Okay, so we're back for more, I guess. This time I'm looking just to do some trophy cleanup, go get that platinum trophy and all that. But this run's gonna be different because now that I know what I know about the story, I'm going to talk about future spoilers. So keep that in mind if you want to see a fresh playthrough without any mention of the ending or whatever. I have another series out. Unfortunately, the mic quality isn't good. I don't have good recording equipment, but I think this time around, at least my mic audio is higher, so it shouldn't be as bad. So, anyway, like I said, I am going to talk about major future spoilers while I do this run. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, so if you want to see the story unfold start to finish, then, you know, you'll have to watch another walkthrough. But now I'm playing this again with knowledge of, what's actually going on here. And, I'll go over details as we go along. So from what I know now, like this thing here really happens. This is Dwayne and this is his family. Now here's where you can kind of, you know, uh, make your own decision, and it's up for interpretation. I believe he doesn't survive, right? Like he's either dreaming as, you know, as he's dying or whatever, or he's in a literal form of purgatory in a house that has had its share of residents that bad things have happened to. And what's unfortunate is Dwayne is a big reason bad things happen to all those people. And you don't really figure that out to the end. I didn't really notice myself. I had to read a plot synopsis after. But basically, right now, Dwayne's just crazy, doing a lot of drugs, drinking, and yeah, unfortunately, decides this is his only way out. And that's very sad for his family. This scene is very disturbing. And, without context, it's like, why do I need to see this? And there we go, Visage. So it definitely gets off to a pretty wild start. So another difference with this playthrough is I'm going to be following a spoiler-free text guide, even though I do know story spoilers now. But I would like to streamline this, and I'm mainly just going to get the platinum trophy. Like that's my main goal here. Right, so we're gonna take a phone call here.
Hello, Dwayne. It's Rose, your neighbor. I know it's late, and I know that I tend to be a little anxious about small things. I apologize for that, but I'm getting a bit worried.
She's not what she seems.
I haven't seen you out of the house in about 3 weeks. Is everything all right? Could you call me just to let me know everything's fine? All right. Bye-bye.
So, Dwayne. So at this moment, I think, according to the game, he would be in a form of purgatory. So his soul is now trapped in this house, which he played a big role in kind of ruining the lives of others, unfortunately. What did he do? I'll get more into that like as we progress. But as you find out in the game, he's actually he works at a lab, and the game doesn't go into this specifically, but if you watch the the story explained videos, it's very implied that he works for MK Ultra.
Today, the weather is going to be absolutely celestial. The temperature won't drop below 77 degrees, and it's going to be one hell of a sunny day. Get your sunscreen towels out and take your whole family to the beach. Take a day off and show your loved one how much you care about them on this wonderful vacation. On another note, today we got a special guest with us, and we're going to have a lot of fun with him. His name is Wayne Anderson. His whole family.
Yep, so that's not creepy. Like, just because this is my second playthrough, I'm not feeling much braver, to be honest. In fact, I'm a little more scared because I do know that there is a good portion of the scares that are, randomized. So, first thing I'm going to do is pick up the items that I know I'm going to need. And the weird thing I noticed about a lot of these platinum guides, or all the ones I've seen, I found one that looks, has the least amount of information. It's just like, do this, do this, do this. And I think that'll help me kind of streamline this process here. But anyway, the weird thing about the guides is they all have you start the Dolores chapter first, which I'm not excited about because it's the scariest one. And I like having a camera because I feel like it's safer than lighters. I could be wrong on that. So, one thing I know I need is here. Yeah, like I'm not looking to constantly be looking at a guide over and over again. I feel like I have a basic understanding of where to go, even though the Dolores chapter is probably the most confusing one. Let's take these pills. And with the new knowledge, I know don't bother with candles or light bulbs. Like I never saw any reason to go after that. And I'm not saying there is no reason. It's just I personally never really came across a point where it became an issue. Alright, so I have the key. Let's go in the parents' room. I don't think there's anything I need in the Lucy room. Or, well, not the Lucy room. It's Dwayne's daughter now. R.I.P. Alright, there's a lighter. I need that. And I guess let's take one more pill bottle. Even though, I mean, that whole playthrough, I didn't use that many pills. There weren't many occasions where I felt I needed to use them. I suppose, I mean, I could grab a candle, and if if a situation arises where I have too much in my inventory, I'll drop the candle because I know it's probably the least important thing. So, anywho, I feel like was there something here I needed? Alright. Stop that. I think, oh right. So there's that. Let's go see if the... Oh, this is rough. Nope, don't want to start a chapter yet. I mean, really, I think that's pretty much everything I needed to. Right, so when you collect the dolls, they'll show up here. And there are some missable ones. Like, everything I couldn't get for trophies was miserable. Or, not miserable, missable. Anyway, let's get to it. Yeah, I'm not really any less scared than I was the first time. I may be a little bit right now because I know nothing's gonna happen yet, but I'm not looking forward to this. And it's gone. Alright, so now this room's open. Oh god. Yeah, this is pretty terrifying already. Oh god. That even gave me chills right there. And there is the basement key, which I don't think I could really do much with yet. In case you're wondering where that room is. Yep. So that's interesting. This room does change eventually. Like in this chapter. Now it's saving. Like, the whole thing is I don't want to keep like stopping and reading. Alright, there's the doll. Yeah, it sounds creepy. Hey, George. And he takes me back to the progress room, I believe. I don't think there's a jump scare here. Yeah. Close that door just in case. And then, according to this guide, I can barely see it, but there it is. Alright, there's one of the dolls. And we're gonna need the hook. Like, I know there's a point where, like, Dolores can't show up. and it's when you get the hammer from the car. Until then, she, well, she does show up, I guess, technically, but she can't actually, like, harm you in any way. She can still scare the shit out of you, so, you know, it's not all good. I already have it, but there's a trophy for coming around this case and grabbing that picture. And down we go. Believe we have to pick that up. Yeah, I'm not going to be rushing through, so, like, I wouldn't mind hearing the tape again.
Dolores' symptoms are
Might as well do that while I'm, you know,
Doctors tell
doing
me
other
it's
stuff.
very hard to pinpoint the exact disorder. They tell me she's got symptoms of schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, psychosis, dementia, and more.
Yep.
I don't know what to do anymore. It feels like the treatments are only making things worse. Today she told me she often hears her own voice whispering a sequence of 5 numbers through the baby monitor. She said it's the key to her inner house. What does that even mean? What am I supposed to do?
Alright, now I think just a straight path to the mirror room. Just gotta follow this thing. Yep, there's her creepy ass laugh. Right, so that just happened. How about horror games make you do all the things you would never do in real life? Like, I would not go out that front door. Or, I mean, I would not stick around. I would try to get out any way I can. Well, as we know in this situation, Dwayne is either a ghost or dreaming as he's dying. It's one of the two. I don't think that one's George. So now, from what I know, there were 5 residents that lived in this house. Or groups in some cases. So first was Lucy and her parents, and then came Dolores, and there was a guy, Lewis Taylor, I believe was his name, and he does actually appear as a ghost, and he's that like scary looking molded man. Yep. Although you never really learn much about him. Then Rakan came in. Rakan. And then eventually Dwayne. Now, Dwayne's suffering from guilt. Because what happened to all those people, oh, there she is, also happened to, or is something Dwayne is responsible for. Didn't get me that time.
Bring me my child.
So now we're in the creepy version of this room. Well, like, it wasn't already creepy. Now it is. Alright. Looks like I just have to go to the car at this point. Alright. What's this light bulb? Whatever. See, what's weird, gonna be weird is not having a camera this time around. Oh, that's a basement key. Uh-oh. Like I said, I didn't want to keep looking at guides. I'm gonna avoid doing that. Alright, so yeah, now this room looks all different. Let me, I'm gonna put it this away. Alright, so... Okay, so the launch... Sorry, I just need to see where to go. Which I said I'm trying not to do. Like, I don't want to, like, pause. I'm trying to look over really quick and see. But it's telling me about collectibles that I've already got. Which... doesn't seem helpful to me. Okay, right, so that's going this way. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I've really learned, it's that lighter use should be kept to a minimum. Like, try to find whatever light switches you can with it and stick with that. It's gonna be interesting going through this without the use of a sorry. Oh, without the use of a camera. Sorry, I'm all like focused right now. Didn't I turn that off? Ugh. She still has some really good ways of fucking with you, even when she's not attacking. One more use for the garage key. But I guess there's a doll in here. There it is. Alright, first stop will be the progress room. Looks like. What else do I use the garage key for? Alright, so this is the moment where Dolores can start attacking you. Like, once you pull this out, she can start appearing. So what I've learned is that your sanity, obviously I learned eventually, but your sanity will not prevent you from getting attacked. But having super low sanity will change it from you may get attacked to you're about to get attacked imminently. And the likelihood of being attacked is far more, like, it's very frequent. So even if you escape a ghost and you still have low sanity, it's gonna respawn close to you again very soon. What the heck? This game. God, I forgot about this one thing she does that I just do not like. She'll do this thing where, God, you'll turn towards the doorway and her head's just gonna be like poking out. Like, could be there for all I know. It's so freaking unsettling. Wait, that's not even where I want to go yet. Apparently it's not. There's different orders you can do this in, but I feel like if it's more streamlined, as in I'm looking through a guide, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, so... Curious about that light there. But yeah, I mean, there's signs you're getting attacked, usually. Like, you could just run head on into the ghosts and you'll barely have time to know. But otherwise you'll hear, like, lights flashing, and Dolores has, like, that laughing sound effect. Like, the music changes. Bring me my child. Okay, so back to the garage. But yeah, at this point, yes, she can most certainly appear wherever and attack me. Like, there are some safe areas. I should turn this off, by the way. Oh, I mean... Do you have to, like, turn off your head? For fuck's sake, Dwayne. Yeah, I read that she can appear behind the car too, so it's like there's no good way of doing this. She should be here. Here, nope. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do here yet. So that'd be the progress room. Just hang out here for a second. Alright, so we're going to the... Alright, I know where to go. I don't like it, but I know where to go. I'm wondering if the path of least resistance is. Could be this way, but who the fuck knows? Oh, God. Dolores. Are we being nice today? I don't think so. There we go. So this is gonna be the first part where I can actually be killed by her, but it should be fine. Get back into it. Okay, and I already know the solution to this puzzle here, so this should be pretty quick. Yeah, like I said, now that I have a better idea of what to do, like, I'm not even looking at a guide right now. I'm looking at it to see like which mirrors I should go to in which order, but let's take that other lighter. Oh, yeah, might as well take that. Even though I know. Okay, so it's gonna be that one. So, what does Dwayne have to do with all these people? Like I said, I will talk about future spoilers. So, um, I don't know if you've ever done a psychedelic before, or like acid or shrooms, but can you imagine doing it without being told? Now, so there's a program during the Cold War known as MK Ultra, and what this was it was an attempt by the CIA to mind control their enemies, and they tested it out on Americans using using our drinking water, like our tap water. But yeah, so the main thing they would use would be LSD, and if you've ever done it before, I mean, I couldn't imagine taking it and not knowing that I took it, because it would drive you absolutely insane. Now, it's shown that Dwayne works in a lab, and it's very implied that he was working behind the scenes of this MK Ultra thing, and he had a big role in this particular house. In this house, it seems that bad things kept happening. First it started out with Lucy, who thought she was seeing a demon. Then Dolores moved in with her husband, and then a guy named Lewis Taylor, who's the one who tries to haunt Dwayne in his segments, like outside of the three main chapters. That black tar looking freaky dude. And then Recon moved in, or Rockin, I don't know. I'll call him Recon. Then he moved in, and he's actually, it's very sad, and I'll explain it more as we get to his chapter. Like, first I thought Dolores was the most sympathetic character, and they all have a case, but Rakan was the only one who actually figured out what was going on, and he went through God knows what as a result, and that's really sad too. Anyway, let me take a look here, see which mirror to go to next. So there should be a doll in the freezer. That's my next step. What about after that? Alright, the brown closet mirror. Gotcha. Alright, so I could be attacked here. Could just straight up start seeing, like, freaky shit. And there you are. Wait, what? There we go. Alright, so this part. See, it's interesting doing it this way now, because now I know, like, oh yeah, this is where you get the knife, and that's what I used to stab George to make even more progress. Another lighter, so you're given a decent amount. Alright, let's put this. Can't put the lighter away. See, this is where I'm going to drop the. No. It's the candle I want to drop. Don't need it. I'll take that. And take this. No. Now I'm stuck. Did I just drop that? Alright, let me back up. Stop being silly, game. Alright, here we go. This isn't necessary, but I mean, it's well worth doing. It's funny because, you know what? This game has a sense of humor sometimes, and that is very awesome, I think. You'll see in a second. Especially in a game this tense, you know? It's funny to have some lighthearted moments. Or not about funny. It's a relief to have lighthearted moments here and there. Just kind of take away from some of the tension. Alright, so before I take that knife, let's go ahead and set that cross down. There we go. Make your way across there. There's a trophy for this too, but well worth doing, I think. Like, oh my god, we got a gun. There we go. Ghost ain't got nothing on us. Oh. Maybe not. Alright, so next is the kitchen mirror. Alright, before I do anything, let's take that lighter out. Yeah, let's not forget to take this. Yeah, I mean, for all I know, she can have a jump scare waiting around this corner. Like, there's a lot of randomized stuff, apparently. Like, I've watched other people play, and, like, I see different things happen to them that I never really saw. Anyway, we're done with that. Things aren't about to get much easier. or more pleasant, anyway. Yep. Alright, I don't want to know what's knocking. Let's just get through here. Because this is way less unsettling here.
What took you so long, George? You know when tea time is, and yet you always find a way to be late. Were you in your study room again, scribbling nonsense and talking to your recorder? I'm beginning to think you love your work more than me.
So anyway, this house was used in MK Ultra, and which Dwayne was behind. He knew about everything going on.
If you could. It's just.
And
I'm sorry. I'm just
like
tired.
they were given LSD without knowing. I think Dolores already had
I'll wait here, George.
mental health issues before this. Recon possibly as well. But the point is, like, that's LSD's not going to help with those. Okay, now I go to George's body. That's creepy. And she's like, see you soon, Dwayne. She just knows your name. You know what? Oh, God. This is where it happened, too, and I'm not liking this right now. Wait, why can't I interact with this? I don't... What the fuck? Alright, something's not right here. Should I turn around? Like a little peek? I'm such a wuss. Dude, that scared me so bad. I know she can do it other places too. It's not just here, but like here it's always like guaranteed right in your face. Alright, to the study room. This is where I completely jinx myself, but haven't really had any or many real scares lately. Well, not sure what's happening with my sanity meter. Sorry about this, George. It's crazy. She didn't just stab him 7 times. She used seven different knives. Yeah, so the basic theory is, Dwayne's just going through the hell that he deserves or needs to experience. I guess it's more of a purgatory because of the good ending. It actually shows Dwayne able to see his family again, apparently. It's jammed. You just got jammed. Oh. Hey, George. Yeah, I think he can actually... Oh, God, I'm fucked. No, maybe not. Whew. Okay. I was gonna say, maybe he can actually kill you there. I'm gonna kill you. Oh yeah, and there's an audio cassette. Not that I need it. I have the platinum, but let's grab it. I want to hear the tapes again, especially knowing what I know now. So yeah, I mean, basically, this house was used with Dwayne's help for experiments on people by the CIA, and it caused people to die because of their actions. They all went insane and like killed themselves and others, and just did horrible things. And look, I have nothing against acid. I think it is one of the most amazing things out there if used properly. You have to be in the right mindset for it, and you have to know that you're taking it. Especially, I mean, I don't want to throw myself under the bus, but as someone who has done it, yeah, it makes you feel like kind of schizophrenic in a way. Like your thoughts aren't really the same, and it's like something. It's like it unlocks your brain in ways that you couldn't think in before. And I'm not telling you to go out and try it at all. You know, I'm just saying for me, like it did good things, but the important thing is, yeah, I mean, it will mess with your head, and if you don't know that you're on it, I mean, can you imagine? Yeah, like no wonder she thinks everyone's out to get her. That's crazy. I mean, it sounds like Rose the neighbors and all she's made out to be. You don't learn about any of the other neighbors here. So my theory is they're doing something with the water supply in this neighborhood. And I mean, think about it. I mean, George, I believe, was an alcoholic. So maybe he didn't drink much water. That's a possibility. All right. Well, I guess the next thing to do is the tea stuff. Hooray. Oh my god, see? That right there. That right there. That's what she does. But like, oh my god, I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh no. Like, that's never gonna not startle me. Right? Like, oh my god. I hate when she does that. Like, it scared the hell out of me every time she does it. The worst is, like I said, in that small bathroom with the hole in it, where you turn around. I mean, it's like, because the room's so small, I mean, she'll be right in your face. It's, oh my god, it's horrible. Okay, let me let my heart settle for a second here. I think the next part's safe anyway. Mind you, who knows what's gonna happen regardless, but I don't think I could get attacked. It's not even about getting attacked, though. I don't... God, I hate that. I hate when they do that. It's too freaking scary, dude.
Dolores now
Alright,
has
let's
moments
listen
of
to some
severe
nice
psychosis.
cassettes to calm down.
Loses contact with reality for long periods of time.
Oh.
She hardly remembers. She sometimes forgets where she is, or even the fact that she has to wear clothes.
That's the thing. I never saw her naked, and like I've seen other people. Not that I want to, but
She
I'm just
mutters
saying.
gibberish sentences and roams aimlessly around the house. The other day, she even accused me of trying to poison her.
Like, apparently she'll just be roaming around naked sometimes. Like, I didn't see that in my last playthrough.
Take care of the baby and deal with her dementia all at the same time.
I think a lot of it, too, is going to be dependent on how lost you get. You know, the more lost you are, the more you're going to have to run around the house, which increases the likelihood of seeing some of the freaky stuff. Like, there's one moment I saw in a jump scare compilation video that I never saw.
I fear that Dolores is getting worse by the
Like,
day.
in my first playthrough, I really don't want to see it in this one either, but kind of curious. And basically, like, you'll be stuck in a room with her, and she'll keep saying, like, come here, come here, come here. And it just sounds terrifying, and I don't know what happens. Because it, like, cuts out, or that video cut out after. Or, well, cut out before anything really happened. I'm guessing she just disappears once you get close enough. Because that's one thing I've learned. I mean, if you ever see, like, a scary ghost sighting in this game, like, you know, like, they're not going to attack you. It's only when you, like, the music changes and, you know, they're clearly, like, moving in your direction. You know, the music changes, the lights start flickering. Like Dolores, you'll hear the laughing. That's when you know, like, shit. Time to run. Right. I think, and don't quote me on this. I'm always afraid of her face just popping up here. Oh, that hammer scared me. And she can't be out there. Oh. Nope. Alright, that's... Like, I think you just straight up have to go over there. See, like, I'm just saying, like, this, when this happens, like, she's not attacking you. Like, she can't kill you. Like, so it'll stop once you get there. Anyway, back to the, Nope. In case you're wondering, if you go to the door, she will be standing on the other side of it now. Let me do this. Almost forgot. Actually useful for a puzzle coming up. Yeah, this game's weird like that. Like, I'm not in the dark. It's crazy how unsettling everything is. Even on a second playthrough. I feel braver this time around, but I mean, still, it's not a walk in the park at all. While I'm doing this, I could actually try and see what to do next. Star toy, crowbar. And I'm gonna make a run for the storage room. Sorry, 1 second. I'm only doing this so I can just get through the next few parts more easily. Just seeing which mirror I need. They want me to break next. So you know what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna not do what the guide says. Gosh, she could very well be here. So I don't know why it will not let me interact with that light switch. And I know I'm just increasing my chances of being attacked here, but wait, what? No, I don't need to go in here yet. Might as well open it, I guess. And now I can. I'm so afraid of your stupid head, like poking around a freaking corner. Alright, so I did that. Now I need... Oh, fuck that. I don't need to go there anyway. Oh yeah, they make you drop everything. Yeah, the reason I broke those windows in advance is because that way I don't have to swap out the crowbar and hammer. So, kind of about blah blah blah. I outsmarted the guide a little bit. Too bad I can't talk. This is a jump scare you should predict. If you've played any horror game. Like this is like Resident Evil does all the time. Like the new ones.
I knew it. I'll show you, you damned scoundrel,
What bread you're worth. God. Not even worth Wonder Bread. Alright, so now I get the compass and I go to the park. Easy enough. Let me out. You know what I really want to play again is What Remains of Edith Finch. And I keep saying I want to play games that aren't like stressful, and there's one right there. It's not really a happy game by any means, but I don't find it stressful. And in case you're wondering, it's rat poisoning. Is her husband actually trying to poison her? I believe it's strongly implied that no, he's not. You know, she's just through her supposed dementia, whatever they want to call it. That's what she believes. But she knows she fucked up. Maybe on the old acid come down or whatever. She knows she fucked up, and that's why she hung herself. It's sad. It's really sad stuff. Yeah, if you ever do get attacked, which is bound to happen very soon, I mean. I think it's more because I know where I'm going, it's less likely. But anyway, if you do get attacked, the mirror rooms are where you want to be. She can't follow you into those. I think there's a couple exceptions, but for the most part. Yeah, this part's like needlessly a pain in the ass. There we go. Crowbar's done. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the platinum, and then I'll play it again at some point. But I don't want this to be a game that stops being scary. What's going on? Okay, well, now I get to make a beeline for the electric room. Ah, you fucker. So see, like already to me, the power going out's like a minor annoyance. Uh-oh. I think she's around. Yeah, it's turning the lights all like back on and off. Oh man. Alright, let's fucking go. But yeah, to this point, I don't believe I've actually been attacked yet. Other than that, like, scripted part where you have to break the floor. Alright, not here. Yes, this reminds me of Silent Hill 2. But yeah, I mean, the best thing I can say about this game is, like, it sticks with you when you're not playing it. And that's a sign of effective horror. See, I can go watch, like, I don't know, something with a lot of jump scares that's not actually, like, a particularly scary movie. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Like, I don't like Scream, all right? Like, I'm not saying Scream's not scary. It's just like slasher films don't do it for me personally. Like, I've never really found the Freddy Kruegers or Mike Myers. Jason Voorhees, you know, like those people to be scary. Like, to me personally, like, for me, it's all like it's psychological horror. It's gonna stick with me. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I mean, so we'll use Scream for example. Yeah, can't even talk. We'll use Scream for example because, you know, it has a lot of jump scares. I don't find the movie scary. It's not really gonna stick with me. Something like The Ring. I don't know, Jacob's Ladder, Exorcist. I mean, they have jump scares, but not a lot. It's not like a major focus. They just happen, like, and they're usually clever. But I mean, it's just they're types of movies that scare you. Like, it's not because of the jump scares, for me anyway. I don't want to say they scare you; they scare me. And like, I don't even believe in paranormal stuff, but for whatever reason, The Exorcist just scares the hell out of me. Like that's one movie I just have trouble watching. Like Evil Dead's another one. That I mean, you want to talk about jump scares though? Like that that one has a ton. Like the new Evil Dead. Like the original's whatever. Like it's cheesy, so it's not that scary. But like the newer Evil Dead is like, oh my god, it scares me so bad. Like that movie, that one I'll watch. Exorcist, like I don't know. You're gonna have to like pretty much tie me down to force me to watch that movie. It's so disturbing to me. Like just the way Reagan looks and stuff. Like that's the stuff of nightmares. But yeah, like horror is subjective, right? So, but to me, the best types of horror, or the best type of horror is, you know, the type that sticks with you the longest. Uh, like after it's over, I mean, you're gonna spend time like thinking about it. Like that's effective horror. Let's uh thanks game. I think. I don't know. They could just turn it on its own. Okay. I mean, so the game doesn't tell me to break this window, but I figure, why not? While I'm here. You don't use it till later. That window in particular. That's like the last one you go to, I think. Oh no. Why doesn't this light switch want to work? That's weird. Hopefully it's not a thing the rest of the playthrough. Should I check? Should I check? Dude, I'm too scared. I'm just gonna like slowly look. Yeah, she's there. See? I mean, it's not gonna scare me much that way, but... Yeah, that gave me the best jump my entire first playthrough, I'd say. Done with mirrors, but I know there aren't many left. There's this one. 6, 3:30, 12:30. Ah, such pain in the ass. I'm just looking at the guide now because I mean, like, the solution's here. Well, but like I said, I'm just trying to get the platinum this time. Alright, so now I think you just keep going around until. Oh no, yeah, it's this I just remember. You just keep going around until another door opens. Let's go the other one. There's no way I was just flying past it. No. Let's try to see where to go. Alright, the next stop is. There's one in the TV room. And then. There's one in the bathroom. I'm just gonna unlock both of them. I don't like that. Alright, I just see this now. I do actually know which puzzle this is. Can't see. Alright, there's that one. There we go. That's easy. But yeah, like there's no set order that you have to do everything in. But at the same time, like it's still easy to get lost because I mean you can't do it in any order. There's a few different ways to go about it, but like you still need items from certain mirrors to get into or do stuff from other mirrors, you know. Alright, bathroom mirror. Nope. Do I have to go there first, or can I just do this now? Why does she have to like sound so creepy when she says it?
5, 0, 3, 7, 3.
Alright.
5.
No, stop it. Alright, turn you off. What are you working here anyway? I could drop it. See, like, insanity pills. And they're good to have, but it seems like lighters are the main thing you're gonna need. Anyway, 5. 0. 12 is 0 for some reason. 3. 7. 3. Yeah, so there's some like, I guess there's like some secret dialogue here at this part. Like, you hear the music? How it's all like peaceful. I'm trying it now. Like, oh, I can't hear it. Yeah, if you like turn your volume up, you can. That's crazy. Yeah, you can like hear Dolores like mumbling. That's such a trip.
Don't touch that.
I'm really sorry if anyone fell for that. I mean, you can't say you're sorry and then laugh like a Disney villain. Like, I'm sorry. Like, then you're not really sorry. That one got me the first time, too. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. I think at this point I could even drop the hammer. Not really much use for it anymore. But yeah, like next time I play this, I won't use a guide. I'm only doing it because I'm going for the platinum. But I'm noticing it does cut down on the scare factor quite a bit, which is a nice change, don't get me wrong. But that's not why you play horror games. That's why I play Resident Evil games, like run through them a bunch. But I hate that. That sound just like stops. Such a wuss. I mean, that's one thing that will startle me every time. See, there are scripted jump scares, but there's also like random stuff that happens. And that's what's gonna get me. But anyway, like a lot of the fear does come from getting lost. So if you're just running from objective to objective, whatever, you're not gonna really be too effective. Like as a horror game, anyway. Well, a horror game won't be too effective. Yeah, so now we get this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the hammer's done. I think I know where to go from here. I mean... Oh, it's not this one. I see. Actually, 1 second. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I missed any of the dolls. Because that's something I wasn't really looking out for in the guide. No, I have 4, right? Hopefully. Yeah, there aren't really too many missables to look out for at this point. Should also be noted that Dwayne was a devout Catholic. Hence all the Catholic imagery around the house. So, I mean, yeah, at this point. You just have to, go back to the, parents' room. God, why'd that chair scare me? Oh, Dolores. Alright, there's that. That's pretty much it. So yeah, now it's just back to the basement. Because we're going to get a record. I'm going to use it on the phonograph. I think that's what it's called. That's going to unlock another door, which leads to the final section of Dolores' chapter, which is the stair maze. So while we're doing this, let's listen to the final tape.
I now fear for the baby. She has become obsessed with him. She says she can always hear him cry over the baby monitor, even when it's off. She has trouble differentiating him from the dolls in the house. Once she threw a doll away, realizing it wasn't the baby. I am horrified at the idea that she might do the same to the baby, thinking she's holding a doll. I've got rid of all the dolls in the house, and now she keeps on calling him, never remembering where he is. I have to keep a constant eye on both of them. The only time I can get some work done is when she's sedated. It feels like a nightmare.
Alright, so yeah, with that, this chapter is pretty much complete. I mean, something might happen on the way back. I'm not saying it won't. But yeah, that'd be weird if we got through this whole thing without, like, one single attack. Which, I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of trying to jinx myself. I've kept my sanity low, but you can still be attacked. It hasn't happened yet. Unless there's a surprise waiting for me here, it's not going to happen. Wait. No. I was trying to think. I'm like, maybe she got me once, but I don't think so. And you can hear me. She might be here, but there's not a far journey for me. like travel. So just do this really quick. Excuse me. And here we go. So the trick here is if the music ever stops, like you're going the wrong way. Now you'll hear it start like turning into a growling noise. See, like that. So yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, you see her like doing normal things, but she's alone. She's all alone. Yeah, and her story's just like super depressing to me. I mean, yeah, she killed her husband, which isn't really a good thing, but and potentially the baby. Like, they don't really explain that. There she is, just dancing with herself. I mean, what a sad life. What a sad existence. I mean, just... God, that's so bad for her. I mean... she, like I said, she was likely drugged up. Like, there's more to it than just, you know, her dementia and stuff. I mean, she's being drugged and used in experiments. Experiments run by Dwayne. Or at least Dwayne was part of it. Like, he worked for the CIA while this was going on. She's just... It's a sad existence, but she's a monster, you know? I mean, I think, like I said, Dwayne's in purgatory. Most likely. I mean, that seems to be where the game's pointing at. And, I mean, he probably sees her in a more scary fashion because of the guilt he feels over, you know, I mean, the experiments of the company he worked for, I mean, I don't want to say, like, obviously he felt guilt, but his guilt resulted in not only his suicide, but, like, killing his family, too, which is horrible. I don't think he deserved a happy ending. But that's whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think, and that's why these people come off as so scary to Dwayne and like so creepy looking, is because he's haunted by what he did to them. Just looking in the mirror. Poor Dolores. Not that way. It's probably maybe a little lost too. I think it's because most of the doors you can't actually open, but this one you can. I forgot about that. So yeah, I mean, this game is about a man who battles his own guilt over like what he put everyone else through. It's why he's turns into an alcoholic. I mean, and drugs also. He does drugs, alcohol. Just try and like ease the guilt he feels over like all the lives he's ruined. But yeah, it's a very complex thing. Like I don't know all the details either, but if you are interested, it was a very real program. It's called MK Ultra, and just a few years ago, like files came out, like they're finally released, and yeah, it was mostly LSD that was used. And we're at the end of the chapter. Like LSD was a big one, and like they'd give people LSD, and then like tell them like they're being watched or they're just telling them things that would like scare them. And it wasn't just LSD, but it was one of the main drugs they used in their experiments. And it was just an attempt to figure out how to use mind control. This was during the Cold War, and I guess they wanted to use it on their enemies, and they practiced on actual Americans. So, I mean, the files are there. I mean, it's not a conspiracy at this point. Like, this is something that actually happened. And the CIA tried to sweep under the rug. Finally admitted to in about, I want to say like year 2000. And then 2018, I think, is when the files were finally released to the public. So they are out there for you to see. And, there's letters to doctors in there and stuff like that. And just this whole... It's crazy what our government is capable of. Like, I mean, that's why you call people crazy for having conspiracy theories, but every now and then a conspiracy theory is actually correct, right? Like, I don't believe in lizard people and stuff like that. The truth is, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know what's actually happening behind the scenes. I'm not going to claim that nothing crazy is happening. Like say like Illuminati or just like the CIA is not like experimenting on us right now. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think I'm under any experiment, but I don't know. Right? And that's the thing with conspiracy theories is unless I mean well I'm like 99.99999 and a bunch more nines% sure like the moon is or the earth's not flat. But maybe there's that slight chance that you know could be a cover up and the earth is flat. Who knows, right? Conspiracies. But anyway, so this game shows an example of something that was deemed a conspiracy theory that actually ended up being accurate, and that was, like I said, MK Ultra. Here we go. Let's just end this chapter here. I don't want to. It's sad. But yeah, so I went that whole thing without getting chased a single time. And now to have your heart ripped. Because you don't know what happens to this baby. Like, how long after she killed her husband is this happening? I mean, her suicide's discovered eventually, but... like, is it long enough? Or was it discovered fast enough so that, like, the police could get there in time? Man, poor Dolores. It's such a sad story, really. But yeah, what I'm learning from this, and like I said, I'm trying to get the platinum trophy. That's what this playthrough's for. I had my blind run, and that's scared the hell out of me. But yeah, what I'm learning from this playthrough so far is that, a lot of the horror does come from being lost. Like, being lost is an important aspect to this game. And you shouldn't write it off as something that, is inherently bad, right? Like, it's it's too easy to get lost in this game. And, it does get frustrating at times. Just not knowing where to go. Like, I say a blind run, but there were a couple times I did use hints. And then especially towards the end, like I was just trying to finish up the Dwayne stuff and get the good ending. I did consult help for a decent amount of that, to be honest. But like everything leading up to that, maybe a couple times I like asked for a hint just to get the ball rolling, especially on this chapter. So yeah, a few things I'm learning, some of which I already knew, but like, light bulbs and candles, don't worry about them. I wouldn't anyway. It's lighters that you're gonna like really need. The camera's up to you. Apparently the camera helps keep your sanity going better in the dark than a lighter would. Because when you're using a lighter, like it doesn't stop your sanity dropping at all. Apparently the camera slows it down. I don't know if that's true. But I'd rather use camera flashes than use up all my lighters and not have any. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, so the main thing I am learning though is that getting lost is where the game gets scary. So I mean, just running from point to point like I did this time. Like I said, I didn't get chased once. There are a few scares here and there, like paranormal things. I jumped once, which was when she does that stupid thing where she like leans from behind a door. I don't know, you just never see that coming. But I mean, the next time I do play this, which won't be for a while, because I feel like if I keep playing this, I don't want this to not be scary anymore. Which is why like this run is whatever. I'm not looking to be scared this time. I am just looking to get the final 3 trophies I need for a platinum, which is, I don't know if I've said already. I need to collect all the dolls. I need to collect, I think, a note or maybe a tape from Rakon's chapter. And then there's something Dwayne collects at the end when he's doing his own thing after all 3 of the chapters that I missed. So, other than that, I just took care of a lot of the little trophy hunting things, not on stream because no one wants to watch that. Like, there's this one where there's some like tiny little alien figure. It's so hard to see. Like, I'd say maybe it's like a quarter inch by quarter inch, like in size. But like it spawns in set places. It's just random if it'll be there or not. But I found if you like go to that spot and then keep like you make a save and then load that save and keep loading it until the alien figure shows up. But then even when it does, you have to be quick, so you have to put your cursor over it. And it's surrounded by photo frames too, so it's like easy to pick those up on accident. But anyway, you have to put your cursor over it, and then once you do, you have to be really quick and like press R2 or whatever the grab button is on your console of choice. Because if you don't, then it'll like disappear. But yeah, like at first a lot of people complained about it apparently because it seemed like it was totally random when it would show up. But I mean, there is RNG, but it spawns in I think 3 different set places, maybe 4. And just go to one of those if you are going for the trophy, and just keep reloading your save until it shows up. I think it took me about like 15 tries, give or take. Anyway, so we're done here. Let me, actually, before anything happens. Well, paranormal stuff can still happen. Like, between chapters. But let me see, is there anything? Alright, yeah, so I'm not going to do Lucy's chapter tonight. I'm actually going to play something else. Let's not burn out my lighter. You gotta turn off. But yeah, I'll do Lucy's tomorrow, and probably the rest. Honestly, I'll just get through the whole game, get it over with. And then maybe come Halloween time, I'll try it again. And that way, without like any guide, it'll be like my first playthrough again, where I'll get lost. And like I said, the more you get lost, the higher the chances of running into stuff you don't want to see, like like spooky things. But it seems, at least in that chapter, that like just knowing where to go is going to cut down on the horror like quite a bit. No. So what do we have? We have that attic hook, garage key, and basement key, I think. See, Dolores is actually the second chapter of the game. I'm going to save here. Yeah, Dolores is actually the second chapter of the game. Like, it's hard to know, right? Like, because there's 3 items that start chapters, and they're all accessible from the start. Like, there's a cane at the bottom of the stairs that leads to Rakon's chapter, which is chapter 3. The mirror key will start Dolores' chapter 2. Going upstairs to the kids' room with the panda drawing will start chapter 1, right? So, but without any knowledge of that, you can start chapters in any order. And I noticed a lot of people, I don't want to say make the mistake, but they tend to start with Dolores first when they're not sure what they're doing. Because, I mean, hey, look, a key, right? Like, who would want to pick that up? The game doesn't tell you. Like, it's the second chapter. And really, you can't play them in any order. It's just, the thing is, Dolores' chapter is by far the most confusing. And I feel like a knowledge of the layout of the house is pretty important for her chapter. Because that way you'll remember, like, oh yeah, that mirror's in that room. Like, I still got lost my first playthrough, but I mean, had I started that chapter first, I'd be like, I'd probably want to like, quit the game, honestly. But that knowledge of finally when you figure out like, oh, like that door leads to a hallway that somehow leads to the basement, and the bathroom in the basement somehow leads upstairs. Like the hole at the bottom of the bathroom leads upstairs by jumping down a hole, which, yeah. So if it's your first chapter, that's interesting. Like, I'm not sure why they did it that way. But if you do like the Lucy chapter first, which is technically chapter 1, you get the basement key, and all the doors that lead to the basement are like those are ones that are like padlocked in Dolores' chapter. Those doors are going to get you to the basement in Lucy's chapter, and that's the normal way to do it, right? So yeah, I feel like starting Dolores first is like a lot tougher. It's also the scariest chapter in my opinion, so like, getting it out of the way is I don't know. It depends. Depends how you want to do it. And I think a lot of the debates between Lucy and Dolores, like Dwayne's chapter isn't particularly scary. It's just it's interesting. It's I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not. Stop it. It's not particularly like scary, like at all. Like there's not really too many chances of being killed or whatever, you know. Let's actually see if their lighter spawned. Stuff does respawn. I've noticed that. There's more pills, but that whole chapter I didn't use any. But like if you are playing solo or not solo, if you're playing like blind, which you probably aren't if you're watching this completely spoilerific playthrough. Um, yeah. You'll probably find cases where you do need to use sanity pills. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's just been my lighter, really. Even my first play, excuse me, my first playthrough, other than the mandatory light bulb that you have to change, or I think it's mandatory, could be wrong. Like, other than that light bulb, I think I used one more, like, in the whole game, and that was towards the end. And just because I had it, like, I found one, I had a spot in my inventory. It's like, there we go. You know what? I probably changed a few. Now that I think about it, maybe like 3 times. Either way, not something super important. Uh, just drop some in the storage room if you have to, and they'll be there if you need them. There's also some in the electric room, I believe. So yeah. What else? And yeah, candles. I mean, they burn out eventually anyway. I don't see the point. I mean, again, I lit a couple in my first playthrough, but like I would have gone by fine without it. It's just, I had it in my inventory, I had a lighter. It's like, it's kind of dark, which is fine. So I think my main point though is advice I'm giving is lighters and pills are going to take priority. And if you have room for anything else, then great. But lighters especially. Like if I were to have any real input, I'd say 2 bottles of pills. I mean, one's only really necessary, but I mean, just in case you can't find another one, it's good to have. I'd drop one in the storage room if you have to, and then just lighters. That's fine. But yeah, it's cool having some knowledge about this game, and it's been fun, like going on Twitch and watching other streamers play it and seeing their reactions, because I do think this is like quite an effective horror game. I don't want to say a great game because, as I said in my first playthrough, like it's kind of janky. Controls can be odd sometimes, and just sometimes things just don't work. Like, actually, I watched a streamer last night who spent like an hour trying to find a sledgehammer, and it straight disappeared. Like, the message came up saying it was in the storage room, but it wasn't. And eventually he went back to that save, and everything was normal. But like bugs like that are just, it's crazy it hasn't been patched, and it's probably not going to because the game's been out long enough. So that's why like I can't call this a great game, right? Like I could call it a decent game, but it is a very scary game. It is super effective at being a horror game. So if you can deal with the bugs and weird controller design issues and just general like lack of polish in some areas, then yeah, you're in for a treat if you want a good horror game. Because this is very, very good horror. And, the crazy thing is that, at least that I heard, is this game was designed by a 5-person team, uh, two of which did sound design, right, like music, like, but the actual like building of like stuff in the Unreal Engine and stuff, that was done by two people. So two people built this entire house and designed like all the paranormal stuff that happens. And then, the other three people on the team did like music, sound design, what have you. And I think they brought in voice actors too, but I'm saying as far as like the main development team, like, yeah, two people designed the house and put it together and came up with all the scares. Like that to me is amazing. Especially because, as far as I can tell, it doesn't blatantly rip off anything either. So as long as it's stealing assets from other games, and there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can tell by some stuff. I mean, like, there's a lot of, I don't know about a lot of, you go in the closet. I'm sure there's a lot of pile of clothes that look like this. You'll find these stuffed animals around the house. I don't know. I can't really say much bad about it. I'm just checking out the paintings. It's cool. A game called Eternal Darkness that also uses a sanity meter, but that sanity meter is also much different. And that one actually allowed you to, or it allowed the game to do some really interesting things at the time, where it would like pretend to turn your TV off if your sanity was too low, or like put your TV on mute. No, I'm just quitting. But yeah, that one, like, with the pit, when you went insane, like, it would do like weird stuff too. Like when you were more crazy, like the pictures would look more like scary than they normally do. Like there'd be a picture of a forest, all of a sudden like it would look like an evil forest or something. Or like a lot more sinister, like everything's turned more sinister. I've never seen a game do like sanity effects like that before, and from what I heard, like they were actually trademarked, which is a shame because they're not making a sequel. They try to Kickstarter, but the lead developer is just kind of a scam artist in the gaming world, so unfortunately, that didn't really get enough traction. But either way, like Eternal Darkness to me is probably one of the best horror games ever made. The scariest one, no, but it was a very, very good game, in my opinion. Anyway, enough rambling. This was supposed to be a quick little playthrough, just get the platinum. So I don't know. I just like giving my thoughts though, especially especially in the middle of a second run. And like having a better idea of where to go, much better idea thanks to a text guide next to me. But yeah, so I mean, it is interesting having a new perspective as I'm going through the game, especially like knowing the ending and that Dwayne is responsible for what happened to these people. So I mean, this is his version of hell or purgatory that he's going through. As a result of the guilt he feels over the lives he ruined. So I was just interesting, like going through the game, like knowing what's actually like happening, like why things are the way they are. And like I said, MK Ultra, look it up if you want. It's very in depth, but Yeah, basically, this in layman's terms, they try to weaponize LSD mainly, or other drugs, but mainly LSD, and it was an attempt by the CIA to have mind control over our enemies, and so just experiments they did. A lot of times without telling people. I don't know if they ever told people. They're just like, here, go in this room, do this, and they give them LSD and then try to like scare them, right? Like, or like play like repetitive noises, and just do like all kinds of stuff to mess with their heads. And there's interviews by people too who were actually part of this and experimented on. So those are out there. So like I said, it's a very real thing. Like, conspiracy theorists get a bad rep, and I understand that. But I guess in this case, the conspiracy was actually proven to be true. So yeah, MK Ultra, well worth looking into. It's very, very fascinating, and scary too. I mean, just knowing that our government's capable of doing something like that. And that was back in the 60s. I mean, think of the technology they have now. Like, I don't know. It's a lot to think about, and I don't really want to go down that road right now. But anyway, yeah, so I'm enjoying this. I mean, definitely less scary when you like have a text document telling you where to go. But like I said, I'm just trying to get the platinum here. I'll enjoy like whatever scares do come my way. But yeah, again, Dolores didn't chase me a single time that chapter, except for the scripted part in the hallway, where you have to break the floor with the sledgehammer. Yeah, that was the only time. But yeah, like any normal chase never happened in that one playthrough. She got me good once, where she did that stupid head poking around the corner thing. And then she tried again that same spot that scared the hell out of me the first time through. But like that time, I just turned the camera super slowly, like, oh yeah, she's there. And then yeah, sure enough, she was. Yeah, she'll do that, where she'll like, you'll turn around, so you're like kind of leaning into a doorway, and then like, kind of like, then just back off and disappear behind it. That right there is just so chilling. Like I said, that's never going to not startle me. Unless, like I said, I do that thing where I slowly turn the camera and then can see that something's there. But it can happen anywhere, from what I know. I mean, it's just maybe not from. I think I've only seen it in doorways, right? Can she do it from behind a wall? Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh no, she can't do it from behind a wall, because I've seen it in a video. Yeah. And that's the scary thing too. Like, it's not just that one spot she can do that in. I mean, but like, you can't just play Dolores' chapter and then slowly turn your camera every time you like round a corner, or like turn around. I mean, you can, but that's kind of silly. So I mean, that's the scary thing, is she's just so sneaky. But yeah, no naked Doloreses that time. I didn't even get that kitchen scene with the appliances and stuff talking. But again, like I said, next time I play this, it's gonna be without a guide again. I just want the platinum now, which I'm a few trophies away from. Just some missables I didn't pick up the first time through. So that's all I'm trying to do now. And then after that, at some point, like maybe around Halloween or whatever, I'll pick this up again. Go back to getting lost and like experiencing more random scares that I'm not going to see if I'm just, going where I need to go right away every single time, right? Like, getting lost is where most of the scary stuff's going to happen. So, Anyway, all right, I'm going to call it on that. Sorry for all the talking. So, all right, until next time, thank you for watching, and take care.